Good afternoon / morning / evening, depending on where you're coming in from. Welcome back. Welcome back. For those of you who are new to this channel, catching this on the replay, I am Mel Power, author of LBGT fiction and coach to authors with full-time jobs. Welcome to Tough Love Tuesday. So this is not going to be quite as intense this week because last week was kind of, blood pressure raising. So this week, we're going to be talking about CCIA, which is something some of you may have heard me mention before. And it's a phrase coined by the wonderful Mat Shaffer, who I have had the wonderful opportunity to learn from not once, but twice inside of a very intense coaching accelerator. He is a wonderful man, and this term, CCIA, means consistent, committed, consistent, imperfect action. I always get the two C's mixed up. Committed, consistent, imperfect action, however you want to say it. This was something that I learned from Matt last year, and it's something he practices himself. And it's something I have put into practice with Tough Love Tuesdays. I have committed to being consistent with this. And I have been here every Tuesday since its inception, no matter whether I wanted to do it or not, how I was feeling, whether or not I thought the topic was something that anybody was going to be interested in. I made sure I showed up, not just for you guys, but for myself, knowing that I was going to be imperfect, but committed to taking that consistent action. We need this in our lives, especially as authors, A lot of us suffer from perfectionism. And as our wonderful darling Sarah Cannon loves to say, perfection is the thief of joy. Right? You're not supposed to be perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. Perfect is something that was put in our heads by somebody somewhere when we were between the ages of 7 and 10, when it got coded into our brains. Imperfect action. Show up, stand up, do it for you, do it for your followers, your fans, your readers, your whatever. Comparison is the death of creativity, right? That's right, Kay. She does say that as well. And if there's one thing we cannot afford to have happen, is for our creativity to suffer because we are trying to be perfect. Now, personally, I've given up on perfection. I haven't always been that way. God knows. It's only been the last maybe year and a half that I have given up on perfectionism. Because I knew that if I stuck to that perfectionism, I was never gonna put another full-length novel out. Wasn't gonna happen. And then I met Matt, and I learned this, not just the perfectionism, but you need to be consistent, you need to be committed, and you have to take action. I already had the imperfection part down when I met him. I already had that part down. It was for me, not even so much the committed, because I am committed, but it was the consistent action. It was the showing up every time and taking the action. That's where I was suffering. And then Matt told the story about he has on Facebook. You can look him up on Facebook. It's Matt with one T, Shaffer, Shaffer. Matt with one T, though. That he does this thing called Mondays with Matt. And he's been doing this for years. And he committed to consistently showing up and taking that action of going live. And he committed to doing it perfectly. So much so that he went live sick as a dog. He went live hungover. He went live one time. Now, this is commitment. His then girlfriend showed up at his place like half an hour-ish before he was ready to go live and broke up with him. And he still went live. That's commitment. Angela says consistency isn't in my DNA. It's something that a lot of people struggle with. But consistency is nothing more than a habit. Consistency is something you can teach yourself and have it be like muscle memory, because somebody at some point taught you how to brush your teeth, right? And when you put that toothbrush in your mouth, you're not really thinking about how to brush your teeth. You just do it. And that's what consistency brings you. Consistency is nothing more than practice. And let's not get into the whole practice makes perfect thing, because we're not doing perfect anymore, right? We're not doing perfect anymore. Consistency is forming the habit of doing the thing, of doing the action, okay? And a lot of us, we have the commitment, and maybe, you're not falling into the whole perfectionism thing. At least maybe not every time, or if you're anything like me, you've just kind of given up on it totally because frankly, it's exhausting. It takes way too much time, energy, and effort to try to be perfect, and you never get there. So what's the sense, right? But it's the consistency. It's the consistency and taking the action consistently. But it's still nothing more than a habit. For those people who are no 0-word days, they didn't start that way. They had to commit to learning to be consistent, to learning to sitting down every day and getting some words in, even if it's 5 words. It doesn't matter how they feel. It doesn't matter what's going on around them. It doesn't matter if they had a fight with their, significant other. Anything worth doing is worth doing badly. Absolutely, Jen. Absolutely. People try to be perfect because they're afraid of failure, because they're afraid of being seen as less than, because perfectionism is supposed to be like the pinnacle of you're a good human, maybe? It's a don't want to get I don't want to get my channel shut down. It is a crap statement being perfect. It is, you learn more by making mistakes. This is exactly it, Yolanda. If you were perfect, you wouldn't learn anything. Nobody is perfect. Okay? It's better to do something badly and learn from it than to do something fantastic and never finish the task. This right here. This right here. It doesn't matter how many times you screw up, so long as you try again. The only failure is stopping. Stopping takes the consistency right out of your action. How am I going to word this? What I would love to see you all do is find one area in your life that you're committed to, but that you haven't been taking consistent action on. Right? Rest, don't quit. Says the burnout recovery coach. Rest, don't quit. I would like for you to find one area in your life where you are committed, but you have not seen yourself be consistent. And I would like for you for the next 2 weeks to focus on it. Okay, maybe that is getting up and going to the gym. Maybe that's going for a walk. Let's just use that as because y'all know I struggled with that. It doesn't have to be a perfect workout. Okay? Doesn't have to be a perfect workout. Maybe all you do, maybe you're feeling like crap and you know there's no way you can get on that treadmill today, but you drive to the gym anyway. Drive to, unless you're chucking your guts, get in your car, drive to the gym, even if you don't go inside, because that's still you taking action and it's still you being consistent. It has been done imperfectly because you didn't go work out, but you don't want to be making everybody sick. But mom, come on now. Got to be a little tough love here, or it wouldn't be Tough Love Tuesday. I want you guys to find that area. It can be something super small. Like maybe you really, really just want to be able to get up in the morning and get right into the shower before you start your day instead of like starting your day. Be like me, you start your day and you're like, did I shower? Did I shower yet? And then it's like, 11 o'clock in the morning and I'm finally getting into the shower. So maybe that's what you want to do. Maybe you want to like one little thing that you want to see some consistency on and focus on it for the next 2 weeks. Because we are not doing Tough Love Tuesday next week because I have a class that I have to be. It's the last class for the course that I'm taking with the not-for-profit that I have to be at in order to fulfill my contractual, stuff. Elizabeth is just interested in going back to college. So maybe what you need to focus on is how do you get from where you are now to butt in the seat in a class? And maybe you need to do something for that every single day. Right? Maybe it's a writing habit. Maybe it's I really want to write every day. Okay, then you're going to focus on that. And you're going to commit to you're not going to have any 0-word days. And if that means you have to get up an extra half an hour to get those words in, then you start setting your alarm. Get your butt up, get to the keyboard, or even if you're handwriting. That one thing that you are committed to, you've already got the commitment, you're just not getting the consistency. Okay? I want you guys to learn it, love it, live it. Because let me tell you something right now, since Matt put it to me, to us as a group that way, and my brain latched onto that, and I thought, you know what? I can do that. Because there's no attachment to doing it perfectly. It's imperfect action. Break it up however you need to. All right. You're going to be consistently imperfect. You're going to have consistent action. You're going to have committed action. Just freaking do it and do it consistently. Okay. So that's my challenge for you. The next 2 weeks. I would love for you guys to come back to this video and leave comments on how you're finding it, how it's working for you. And I did promise that every time I go live that I would give away 2 tickets to Inkspire Indie. So I'm going to give me in the comments here a hashtag TLT, Tough Love Tuesday. Drop them in. We're going to draw for a ticket here live. And then for those of you who are on the replay, you can come in, leave a comment down below, and I will draw Friday for it. Tomorrow I will be drawing for those who came in on Mugs and Milestones over on my other channel. So we are going to be doing that tomorrow. All right. I'm going to give it another second. I think there's a couple of people in the comments who already have a ticket. And I see that everybody who doesn't Did not think that was an L. Angela. I love you. Okay. Let's go ahead. I'm going to share my screen. Share the screen, share the screen. Okay, I shouldn't have, right? I totally shouldn't have. All right, let's go. You're not as innocent as you look. All right, we're going to go ahead and draw for this. Let's see who gets it. Oh, Rita. Rita. Now, for those of you who didn't win, you can come back after and leave a comment. And I need to write that down. I'm a writer. You'd think that I would have a, random piece of paper. All right. Rita. Stop sharing. Congrats, Rita. Rita, if you could email me at powerplaypress@gmail.com so I can add you to the Inspire Indie list. I will make sure that you're added to the list so that you get the links and that. I am so glad that you're going to be there. So glad that you're going to be there. Yay. Okay, gang. Now, don't forget, 2 weeks. Committed, consistent, imperfect action. Get it done. Get it done. Just do it. You'll thank me. You can thank me later. I love you guys to bits. I really do. Don't forget, no Tough Love Tuesday next week, but I will be back for sprints on Saturday morning on my other channel as per usual, and I will see you there. Take care of yourselves. Don't make me use my mom voice. Love ya.